Attorney Costa.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You have Jamal Clark, correct?
I do. And this was put over by Judge Williams to today because it was right before the holiday. And I've had no contact with him. He has not answered my letters. It seems when we went over there with the investigator, there was there was nothing. Like nobody answered the door. And the phone number that he has is actually belongs to somebody else, a married couple who have no idea who he is.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with Mr. Clark today,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'll call the case. And we're on the record, this is People versus Jamal Clark, case 2260883. Mr. Clark is charged with count 1, malicious destruction of building 1,000 or more but less than 20,000, and count 2, breaking and entering illegal entry without owner's permission. Today is the date set for a probable cause conference. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this most honorable court, Nicole Casca, P55470 on behalf of Mr. Jamal Clark. Your Honor, I'm appearing by Zoom, but Mr. Jamal Clark has failed to appear. We were actually up on this case back on December 19th before Judge Williams, before the break, and I had not received any contact from Mr. Clark. We sent letters out as well as the phone number that he has listed in both the discovery and on the assignment form actually belongs to a married couple who have no idea who he is. And so with that being said, Judge, I have no explanation for his absence here today. The time is 8:47 a.m.
Anything for the people?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Okay, at this time, I will issue a KGS based off of what you presented to the court, Attorney Costa. It'll be personal bond for $1,000 cash.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. I'll see if we can still find him. Thank you.
Okay, you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Attorney Martell, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. I'm here on the Halami matter. It's a double bagger exam set for 11 o'clock today. Myself and Mr. Nasser, who is the lead attorney. Unfortunately, Mr. Nasser's mother collapsed, and it's a very emergency situation. He's en route to Toronto, so we're humbly requesting an emergency adjournment. We've spoken with the prosecutor's office, specifically APA Laura Nercessian, who has no objection. So that would be our humble request of the court today.
Okay, that's completely understandable. Let me go ahead and call the case.
Thank you.
Okay, we're on the record. This is the People versus Sanad Abdul Ahmed Alhami and Ishaq Alhami, case number 2259445. Defendant 1 is charged with count 1, assault with intent to murder. Defendants 1 and 2 are charged with count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Defendant 1 charged with count 3, felony firearm, and defendants 1 and 2 are charged with count 4, felony firearm. Today is the date set for preliminary examination. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this most honorable court, Edward Martell, P85051. Your Honor, I would ask to waive both defendants' presence. We have been in contact with them, but in light of the emergency situation, I would ask that their presence be waived for this hearing only, as it's strictly procedural.
Absolutely, that's fine. I will waive their presence.
Judge, if I may?
Please, go right ahead.
Thank you. Per our earlier discussion, Mr. Nasser is in Toronto on an emergency basis due to medical illness in the family. I would ask the honorable court for an adjournment. And again, we have spoken to the people who have no objection.
Is that correct, Mr. Kirker?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so I have January 31st and February 1st open. Do you know if Mr. Nasser has any dates he gave you, or should we, come back when he's able to discuss that?
Judge, if I can just briefly look at his calendar.
Okay,
It looks like February 1st will work, Judge. Thank you.
okay, I have 9:30, 10:30, or 11:30.
11:30, please and thank you, Judge.
Okay, that work for the people?
It does, Your Honor.
Okay, so February 1st, in person at 11:30 a.m. for both defendants.
Thank you, Your Honor. Pleasure as always. Have a great day.
You as well, thank you.
Good morning.
Attorney, good morning.
I'm assuming, well, I'm pretty sure you probably don't have the jail yet, right?
No, so she's still.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm at parking today, so I'll be in and out. And if when they come on, I'll try to get on because I've got a docket this morning.
do you want us to call you?
No, I'm gonna be looking at the courtroom. I'm gonna leave the phone on, but I might not be able to come as soon as you call me, but I'll come right there as soon as I can.
Okay, all right,
Okay, thank you.
you welcome.
Oh,
Oops, I just muted you, go ahead and unmute. You're muted.
I just said, I'm glad somebody renamed me because I forgot to do it because that's a long story. I'll tell you about that. From the other
Yeah,
court is funny.
Okay. Attorney Martin?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Dwayne Sanford.
Okay, Mr. Sanford, go ahead and unmute your device and turn your camera on.
Mr. Sanford, if you can hear us, please unmute and turn your camera on. I did see him earlier.
And are you ready to go on the record on Mr. Sanford?
Yes, I am. And if
Okay.
go ahead.
Yes, I'm trying to get on now.
Oh, thank you.
I can't get into the camera.
I saw your face.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Mr. Sanford. Thanks.
Okay, I can't get back into the camera. I don't want to leave.
That's all right.
You're
Okay.
Mr. Sanford, I saw your face, so you're okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the record. This is the people versus Dwayne Sanford, who is defendant 2 on this case. Case number 202172221. People versus Dwayne Sanford. He's charged with count 2, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 3, weapons, ammunition, possession by a felon. Count 4, weapons carrying concealed. Count 5, weapons, felony firearm. Count 6, weapons, felony firearm. And there is a habitual offender 4th offense notice for Mr. Sanford. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, 886-282.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Carrie Martin, P84592, appearing on behalf of Mr. Dwayne Sanford.
Mr. Sanford, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Dwayne Sanford.
Thank you, good morning.
Good morning.
And today's the date set for a probable cause conference. Are there any discovery issues?
Yes, Your Honor. This is an adjourned PCC, and at the last one, which was held on December 28th, no discovery had been received yet, and I still haven't received any discovery. I followed up with Ms. Parrish 2 days ago, who indicated that she would follow up about it, but I have neither paper nor digital.
Okay, anything from the people? Any information about that?
I have reached out to the OIC. I have not heard back on it. At this time, we don't have either in our possession, paper or digital discovery.
Okay. Do you have an idea? You haven't spoken to the OIC at all to even know date wise?
I'm sure Ms. Parrish reached out to the OIC. I have twice myself, and I still have not heard back from her. Yeah.
Okay, you all have a suggestion on how you like to proceed with this?
I could try calling again the OIC several times to see if we could get some piece of information out of them as to where this discovery might be.
Your Honor, this is our second PCC, and there's no indication that discovery is forthcoming. We would respectfully request dismissal without prejudice at this time.
Okay, so I won't dismiss today. What I'm inclined to do is to set this for an exam date. If discovery is not available on the date, and you can make your motion. But I don't want to adjourn this for another PCC.
I understand. And perhaps if Your Honor could order discovery be available not on the date, but at least 2 days before the date of the exam, in case
Yeah,
there's
that's fine.
voluminous digital. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I have the 31st, January 31st, and February 1st open for exam date.
Let me check right now.
And Mr. Sanford, while we're waiting, can you put your full name on the record? I'm not sure if I did that.
Dwayne Sanford.
Thank you. I did.
And yes, Your Honor, either the 31st or the 1st will work for me, whatever works best for the people.
Any preference, Mr. Craig?
I don't have preference.
Okay, let's do January 31st at 10 o'clock a.m.
And perhaps Your Honor could order discovery available by the previous Friday, the 27th.
Yes, I will put that on the order. By 1/27. And to be very specific, what is it? You don't have any discovery, correct?
I have nothing. I don't even have an investigator's report.
Okay. All right, I will prepare that order.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Nothing for me.
Anything from the people?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Okay, you all have a good day. You're all set, Mr. Sanford.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge Sabree. Thank you, Mr. Kirker. Have a good day.
Attorney Sullivan, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I'd like to check in on Antoine Clowney.
Good morning. And Mr. Clowney is not here. He's not in custody. No. Okay, no, he's not in custody. So he hasn't checked in.
Okay, I also, just for the court's information, have had difficulty reaching him. The number that was provided on the appointment is not a working number. I wonder if I can check back later this morning to see if he's joined. I wonder if the court would be inclined to give me a little time to have my investigator try and locate him, make sure that he's aware of today's or a future court date before a warrant is issued.
How much time do you need? Attorney Sullivan?
I think that 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks would be sufficient.
Okay, I'll give you 2 weeks to the 25th.
Excellent, Judge. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Have a good day.
You as well. I will also leave my phone number in the chat just in case he shows up, that you can provide him with my phone number.
Okay, I'm ready. You want to put it in the chat so that it won't
Yeah.
be on YouTube?
Yep, I'm entering it in the chat.
Okay,
Thank you again.
you are welcome. Okay, I have it. Isaiah Hall, I have you checked in. I know the clerk checked you in.
Isaiah Hall.
I can't understand what you said.
Isaiah Hall.
Yes, I said you checked in. Have you spoken to your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, do you know your attorney is calling in?
Do I know my attorney?
Did you speak to your attorney today about calling in for your court case? We're waiting on your lawyer.
No, I haven't.
Okay, all right. Okay, attorney up to work.
Good morning, Your Honor. You told me to come back today on Victor Moore.
You have to refresh my memory because this is
I know. Yeah, so you gave me a day because the PCC had already been adjourned prior. You gave me a day to try to reach him. I've done that, and I was able to get a hold of the family member, and I have some information I've discovered. I don't know if you want to put it on the record or if you just want me to speak freely right now.
you feel comfortable putting it on the record?
Yes.
Okay, let me call the case.
Okay.
This is Martell. The paper is wrong. Okay. Yeah, this is, it's not Victor? It is Victor, but I had Martell. Oh, I just took this one off. So this I can be clear with this one. Give me 1 second. We got another mix up with Moore's.
Okay.
Run the record on Victor Moore, 2260250. Mr. Moore is charged with one count of breaking and entering, entry without breaking with intent, set for a probable cause count. Appearance.
Alexander Krieger on behalf of the people, PA 6282.
Good morning again, may it please this honorable court, Neighborhood Defenders by Rowea Epps Ward, P number 84898, on behalf of Victor Moore, who is not present today for these proceedings.
Is it correct, Attorney Epps Ward, you have some information as to why he is not present?
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to reach his sister yesterday. My private investigator was. I called her myself and spoke with her. She stated that her brother, Mr. Victor Moore, has been clinically diagnosed with schizophrenia for more than a decade. He is homeless and transient, so family members have a hard time keeping track of him. At this point, we've gone to all the known areas he's known to be, and we have not been able to locate him, Judge.
Okay. You have a request or a suggestion of how we should move forward?
Honestly, Your Honor, I looked at this case. It's almost a year old. It's from February 2022. I'm not sure if this is a case where the court would feel comfortable dismissing it, but based on the information that I have from family members, I don't even know how much it would really benefit to move forward. If anything, it sounds like Mr. Moore definitely needs treatment. So if the court is going to issue capias, I would understand that, but based on the information that we have, I would just recommend dismissal, especially the age of the case.
Okay, I can't dismiss based off of
I understand.
you got from his sister. I would have to see him in person. It'll have to be a recommendation from the people. I guess I should let the people speak first before I go ahead. Anything for the people?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, so what I'll do, I will issue a case. It'll be a personal $1,000 cash. So hopefully you all can find him, and then we can bring him in here and have him evaluated if necessary. And just keep reminding me about this, because I will forget. If you need to put it back on the record so I can remember the circumstances.
Understood, Judge, definitely.
Okay, you have anybody else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you are all set. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, who do we have in Dwayne County Jail Division 2? Can you state your name, please?
Roger Nickelberry.
Mr. Nickelberry. Once again. Your attorney has not checked in today. We're going to contact her office to see if she's going to log on. Just give us a moment.
Okay.
Attorney Marsh.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I have Lakisha Banks that is scheduled for an exam, and the prosecutor had contacted me. He is requesting an adjournment, which I do not have an objection to. If Miss Banks is not on yet, I would, I did speak. Oh, okay, great. Okay, good.
She's here.
Okay, great.
Did you request the adjournment or someone else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me call it. We're on the record as the people versus Lakisha Banks, case number 2255881. Ms. Banks is charged with count 1, police officer fleeing 4th-degree vehicle code. Count 2, operating while intoxicated, is a habitual offender, 4th offense notice set for a preliminary exam today. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Carolyn Chapman Marsh, P 31887 on behalf of Ms. Banks, who is appearing via Zoom, and we have no objection for purposes of today's hearing to proceed via Zoom.
Okay, is it correct, Mr. Kirker, you're asking for an adjournment?
Yes, Your Honor, our witness contacted me stating that she recently got a new job and has training today and is in court today at the same time.
Okay, and it's correct, Ms. Marsh, you have no objection to that adjournment request?
That is correct, Your Honor. I do believe that is good cause, so I'm sure Mr. Prosecutor will be getting an adjournment, so I'm not objecting.
Okay, and Ms. Banks, can you put your full name on the record?
Lakisha Banks.
Thank you. Okay, so I have January 31st open and February 1st as the earliest date. Do either of those days work for you, Ms. Marsh?
The 31st is a good date, Judge. What time?
We have 11 a.m. available.
That's a good time.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So January 31st in person at 11 a.m.
I'll be in touch, Ms. Banks. You are excused.
Thanks, Ms.
Uh-huh.
Marsh.
Thanks, Judge. Good to see you.
Good seeing you too. Is this Ms. Harris calling in the Wayne County Jail?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. We have Attorney Woodside ready to go, waiting on her.
At 9 a.m. And then Mr. Maybe you have a right to percent, but you may have secretary.
Okay, Ms. Harris, while your attorney is wrapping up a matter, we're gonna handle one more and hopefully she'll be ready by then, okay?
Okay, wait, can I get a breakout room before I see her, please?
You want a breakout room with her, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do I just go join you when you come?
Yes, it's like a.
Go ahead and get joined. Attorney, is it Castro?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How do you say your last name?
Casto, you said it perfectly.
Okay, good. All right. Who are you here for today?
Your Honor, I have Richard Benitez. It's up for a PCC.
Okay, Mr. Benitez, present.
Your Honor, this case was back on December 29th, where Mr. Benitez did not show up for his PCC. So Judge Williams gave the opportunity to try and locate him. My investigator was able to locate him. He does not have a cell phone from which he can log on from. And so I would be asking the court's permission to waive his presence and set this matter for an exam because I don't believe that he's on Zoom.
Okay, let me call the case. This is case 2256718, the people versus Richard Anthony Benitez. Defendant is charged with count 1 and only count 1, stolen property, receiving and concealing 20,000 or more. This is a habitual offender, 4th offense notice. Appearances for the record.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nancy Castor from Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, appearing on behalf of Mr. Benitez, P number 80549. Your Honor, Mr. Benitez is not on Zoom. I am asking the court's permission to waive his presence for today's court hearing purposes.
And it's correct, did you have any contact with Mr. Benitez?
Your Honor, my investigator was able to contact him and speak with him. Because Mr. Benitez does not have a phone number for which we can get in contact with, we would have to go through family members, and my investigator is out of town. He did get the contact information for family members. However, I don't have it yet, but I will be able to get in contact with Mr. Benitez once my investigator is back in town.
Okay, so I will, I have February 1st open for an exam date and February 2nd. Any of those days work for you, Attorney Castro?
Judge, just checking my calendar real quick.
Okay.
Judge, is it possible to do the following week? Or we can do February 1st, but in the afternoon.
Okay, can you do that, Joe? It will be,
I can do the afternoon, John.
okay, so we'll do 1:30 on February 1st.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
And nothing else on behalf of defense. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Welcome, have a good day.
You too.
Attorney DiMaggio, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You
Is
have
there
Mr.
a Jacob Smith on the docket today?
Yes. Attorney Woodside, your client wanted to speak with you in the breakout room. She's in there in the breakout room. Do you want me to put you in there?
Yes, please.
Okay. Actually, I already sent you the invite. You might have to go find it. It's
I don't see it. Can you resend it?
what I'll do. How about now? You see
Yep.
it? Okay. All right, Attorney DiMaggio, is your client? He's not on right now.
Pardon, Judge?
Your client is not checked in.
I believe he's in the St. Louis Correctional Facility.
Okay. Give us one moment, Mr. DiMaggio. We're checking to
Thank
see if he's scheduled to come over today.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Attorney Johnson, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Isaiah Hall.
Okay, Mr. Hall is present. Let's call your case. Okay, we're on the record. This is the People versus Isaiah Hall, 2259537. Mr. Hall is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 2, weapons, felony firearm. Count 3, malicious destruction of personal property, $200 or more, but less than $1,000. This is habitual offender for this notice set for a probable cause conference. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Bertram Johnson appearing on behalf of Isaiah Hall, P46646. Your Honor, I have received discovery on this matter. I'm not sure if there's any digital discovery. If there is, I would ask the prosecutor to forward that to me. Judge, I'm asking for either scheduling a preliminary exam or another probable cause conference date. My client was incarcerated the last time I spoke with him. I don't think he had a number to contact me once he was released on bail. We need to get him his discovery and discuss it and make an intelligent decision on how he wants to proceed.
Okay, I would like to just set this for exam. We are.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, I have February 1st, February 2nd available.
Check it out right quick, Judge.
Okay.
February 1st or 2nd will be fine.
Okay, any preference?
Let's do 1st.
Okay, I have 9:30 and 10:30 open.
I'll take 10:30, Judge.
Okay.
Actually, I'll take 9:30.
9:30, okay. So Mr. Hall, your exam is scheduled in person for February 1st at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Mr. Hall, can you give me your phone number right quick?
Okay, 313-801-8445.
I'll call you shortly. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day, both of you. And to the person with the device TCL A3, can you unmute your device, please, and state your name? Okay, Mr. Nickelberry, we're still trying to contact your lawyer, and Attorney DiMaggio, I don't have an answer quite yet for you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am.
And Officer Buchanan, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Pretty good. What case are you on?
The spelling of the last name is Junaud. It said that it got rescheduled, but then it also have Williams as the same defendant with the same possible courtroom as for
So,
today.
Judge Williams and I switched courtrooms at Dykes. So I'm gonna give you the login information for Judge Williams in 332. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's 360-332-0000.
4 zeros.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Good morning, Attorney Cranley.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Better, not 100%, but better.
Okay, good. We were worried about you.
Thank you. It's been a turmoil since September of last year, I swear.
Oh, wow. Okay. We have everybody present who needs to be here, so it shouldn't take long.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. It's taking a second for your client to come out. As soon as he comes out, I'll call. Okay. Attorney Woodside, are you ready to go on Mr. Nickelberry? I'm sorry, Mr. Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have everybody present. This is case 2220989, the people versus Roger Ronaldo Nickelberry III. Defendant 1 and Kirsten Harris, defendant number 2. Defendants 1 and 2 are charged with count 1, assault and attempted murder. Count 1 through 4, assault and attempted murder. Counts 5 through 8, assault intended to do great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Counts 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Dennis, if you go into EPM's.
Weapons, felony, firearms. Today's the day set for a probable cause conference appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
And good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kiana Franulik, P73015 for, I believe, defendant 1, Mr. Roger Nickelberry, both appearing via Zoom. Mr. Nickelberry, please state your name for the record and if you consent to this matter being heard via Zoom. And do you consent to Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, this honorable court, Sharon Clark Woodside, appearing on behalf of and with Ms. Kristen Harris. We don't object to proceeding via Zoom for today's proceeding.
Ms. Harris, can you state your full name for the record?
Kirsten Harris.
And Mr. Nickelberry, can you state your name again for the record? It was a little bit unclear for the court reporter.
Roger Renardo Nickelberry III.
Thank you. Today is the day set for a probable cause conference. Are there any discovery issues?
Your Honor, as to Mr. Nickelberry, I do not believe there are any discovery issues, and I have had the opportunity to discuss the paper discovery regarding this matter. And I do have electronic discovery as well.
Yeah, same for Ms. Harris. I'm not aware of any additional discovery that I need to get.
Okay, are there any other preliminary matters we need to discuss before setting exam day?
No, not on behalf of Ms. Harris.
Your Honor, I would like to address the bond on Mr. Nickelberry, but I think that can be done at the end of the hearing.
That's what I was waiting on, Judge, to readdress bond again.
Okay, we don't have anything else to discuss. We're done, except for let's get a date. You want to do the date first, or?
Yes, please.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'm thinking this is might be a pretty long exam, so we'll have it in the afternoon. That works for both parties, 1:30?
That works, Your Honor.
So
Judge, it just depends on what day in the afternoon.
Okay, so we have February 1st, February 2nd. And if those days don't work, let me.
No, Judge, because I'm starting you said I'll be in trial probably because I started trial the 31st and it's a homicide.
Okay.
How about the 7th, February 7th?
I could not do the 7th in the afternoon. I could do the 8th in the afternoon.
Let me just double check. Does that work for both parties?
I have what I know is going to be an ongoing lengthy evidentiary hearing that day.
On the 8th, okay.
On the 8th, but I can do the 9th.
And the 9th, back where I'm at right now, Judge, so I don't have that day.
I can do the 10th.
I can't do it Friday. No, that's do you have the 15th, Judge? Is the 15th available?
I can do the 6th in the afternoon.
I hope I will be out. I can try it the 6th, Judge. I'm assuming I'll be out of that other trial. I'm assuming I will. But
okay. So let's try for February 6th at 1:30.
That's fine.
That works, Your Honor.
Okay. Now on to addressing bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. In regards to Mr. Nickelberry, even understanding the offenses, Mr. Nickelberry does not have a history consistent with the history or bond. He's not a threat to the community. Even if as the facts are presented in the police report, Mr. Nickelberry does not reside in the area or location where the complainant resides in this matter. Secondly, the alleged second complainant in this matter does not even reside at the area and location where this is alleged to have occurred. Mr. Nickelberry is gainfully employed, has been for several years. Mr. Nickelberry has sole custody of 2 minor children, 6 and 8, that were in his care and are currently right now with family members while this matter plays out. We do understand that this matter involves an alleged shot or shots being fired with no injuries from anyone. So there's no allegations of injuries to anyone or anyone being harmed, no medical records, anything of that nature. In regards to this particular defendant, the bond is excessive for this particular defendant. He is not a threat to the community. He does not have a history that shows a consistency of being a threat to the community. He did have a prior gun offense, but that was resolved and he did complete the HIDA and he successfully completed the probation, which would also reflect, Your Honor, that he is not a flight risk. And if he is given bond conditions, he can thoroughly follow them without any cause of concern from the court. Your Honor, if there's any concern regarding him being in the area or areas of concern of the complainant's home in this location, a tether would be more than sufficient to satisfy the court's concerns in regards to any potential alleged conduct. Your Honor, in this particular case, Mr. Nickelberry does not have any contact information for one or two of the alleged complainants in this matter, and the other happens to be a next door neighbor of not him in this matter. Your Honor, we are asking for a reduction of the bond and providing, if you could, either a $25,000, 10% with a tether provision, which would allow him to be relieved from being in custody. Your Honor could put hours of operation, which would allow of being out, which would allow him to still be present for his children, take care of them, take them to school, as well as maintain the gainful employment in this case. And we do believe that even though he is charged with such high offenses, we do believe that once this matter is resolved, they would be probationable for Mr. Nickelberry once there's a final resolution. And in doing so, he would need the opportunity to be able to make payments on any of those court costs and fines. And even if there is a level of incarceration at the end, Mr. Nickelberry would be able to still save and provide for his children while he is incarcerated. So we're asking for a reduction in bond for those reasons. Thank you.
Your Honor, given the allegations in this case, the amount of victims, people have concerns for public safety, and we ask that bond remain the same.
Is it correct that the bond is 5,000 cash, Shuri?
No, I believe it's 500. I believe it was 500 for Mr. Nickelberry.
Okay, one thing says 5,000 and one says 500,000. Okay. Now you stated Mr. Nickelberry is employed or no?
He is, Your Honor. He is employed. He's been gainfully employed for the past 3 years with the moving company that he's been at. He works from approximately 8 or 9 in the morning until the afternoon. We would just ask for a limited tether to allow him out an hour before his kids have to, 30 minutes to an hour before his kids have to be to school, to an hour to 30 minutes after he has to have his children picked up from school.
Who's taking them to school now?
Right now, they are currently with different family members. So unfortunately, the children are not in the stable situation that they were in. Mr. Nickelberry did not reside at this location. He had his own living situation at home where he had his children with him.
You said that he doesn't live in the area of the incident?
He does not. I know the police report reflects an indication of him living there, but he did not. He is the significant other of Ms. Harris, who does reside there, but he does not reside there.
Give me one moment. A lot of information in here.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Okay, I had to read through the file. Based off of, well, these are just allegations. The information here states that there are several complaining witnesses who have, accounts that Mr. Nickelberry was the one who fired shots. I don't feel comfortable changing the bond. Although he does have, employment, I don't feel comfortable with releasing or having or reducing the bond. I do believe he is a threat to the community based off of what I just read in the file and the allegations here. So I'm going to deny that.
Your Honor, may I just slight rebuttal, brief rebuttal?
Sure.
And my understanding and review of the police report is that the only individuals that claim that Mr. Nickelberry fired the firearms is the two individuals that he got into the verbal altercation with. And Mr. Nickelberry wasn't even in the main portion of this altercation. This altercation was something that was going on long before he even arrived at the location. The individuals that allege that Mr. Nickelberry fired the firearms are the two individuals that were called to the location by their son, the next door neighbor of Ms. Harris, for quote unquote backup. And that father arrived with a firearm on his hip. The individuals that provide the statements are his mother, the one complainant's mother, one complainant's father, and then the complainant who's the next door neighbor. They are all related. This is not several third party individuals who are making the allegations of Mr. Nickelberry firing.
Okay, but they're charged. How many complaining witnesses are there?
There are three or four, I believe. And one of the alleged complainants did not even witness the shots being fired. She was in the home. Her statement alleges that she was in the home during the shots. And
Rashawn Aldridge, Kaya Karamoko, Dale Aldridge, and Benjamin Jones. Excuse me, I said Benjamin Jones. So I have four.
That's correct. A mother, a father, son, and the girlfriend of Benjamin, who in her own written statement indicates that she was in the house. She did not see any shots being fired, but they are all related and connected individuals, Your Honor. No other third party. Furthermore, we don't have any, as far as I've seen, I don't believe there's any ballistics that I've seen that indicates that all the shots allegedly came from one firearm. Mr. Aldridge, the father of Benjamin, also had a firearm, and he was called to the scene for that very reason. And that is in his written report.
I have a report in the file saying that there are several witnesses that Mr. Nickelberry was the one in possession of a gun and did fire off shots. I don't know what you're relaying to the court. I do not feel comfortable reducing his bond and releasing him out on a tether or a personal.
Well, Your Honor, could you, $500,000 is still excessive in this matter, considering this particular defendant's history. Would Your Honor reduce it to 250, 10%?
I would do 250 cash, but that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Attorney Woodside? Oh, you're on mute, Attorney Woodside.
Sorry, Judge. I said Ms. Spaniel lays out the case for my client to have her bond reduced again because she is not alleged to have fired any gun at all. She is a mother of 3 children, but the bond even reduced is still excessive, given that she doesn't have a prior record. She still has her employment with Ford Motor Company. We're desperately trying to keep it because that's employment that's hard to come by. So based on what the court now has, by way of information that Ms. Franulek has provided, had asked the court to reconsider bond or tether so she can get back to her children and her employment. Now, the property where she was living, she's no longer going to be able to live there because actually all her belongings were put out in the streets and people have taken everything that she had. She does have family members. I have been in touch with her uncle, another individual, her dad, so she clearly has someplace to go, nowhere near that particular location, and doesn't want to go back there anyway because there's nothing to go back there to. My client actually was a lawful CPL holder, but she didn't fire a gun at anyone.
Do the defendants have a child in common?
These two defendants, I don't think they have a child in common. No, you don't. She doesn't have a child in common with Mr. Davenport. I'm sorry, Nickelberry.
Anything from people?
Your Honor, I would just reiterate the same community safety concerns given the allegations that do not.
Attorney Woods, I am not going to reduce her bond or change it. I went out on a limb on reducing it last time to 250,000, 10%. With the conditions, with the tether, allowing her to take care of her children. So I'm not inclined to change that. Based off of the charge. And I do understand that allegations do state that Mr. Nickelberry was the one did fire the gun, but there's just too many complaining witnesses and it seems like a little bit of a mess here. So I did reduce it based off what you told me last time because she had 3 children and she was at risk of losing her job, but I'm not inclined to reduce it anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else from both parties? Or either party?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further from Mr. Nickelberry, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I will see you on February 6th at 1:30 a.m. for an in-person preliminary exam, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, Your Honor. Have a great day, you and your staff. Ms. Franulek, can you call me later, please? And Ms. Harris,
Absolutely.
I'll be talking to you today or tomorrow.
All right, you all have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
I'll see you soon, Mr. Nickelberry.
Okay, to the gentleman in SLF hearings 2, can you take your name for the record, sir? To the gentleman in custody, sitting in the chair.
Jake Smith.
Thank you. Good morning.
How you doing?
Just fine. Attorney DiMaggio, your client has been brought up and we can go on the record now.
Okay, Judge.
Can I get put into a breakout room with my attorney?
Sure, let me go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay, the person logging is Nakia Jones. Can you unmute your device and state your name, please?
Yes,
What is your name?
Nakia Jones.
Okay, let's see. Are you here for a traffic matter?
I was here. It said I'm supposed to be here for narcotics drug violation.
I don't see you on the docket.
I just the docket I looked up. It's supposed to, I got the ticket right here. I can't read it. Sebring A 8:35 a.m. Wednesday 1/11/23 showcase.
Show cause?
Yeah, I mean yeah, show cause. I'm sorry.
What courtroom does it say?
0349-006-1818.
See a courtroom number, it should have like CRTM and then 3 digits after it.
You said it should have what?
You're supposed
Oh, no,
to be
I'm going off the ticket. I don't think it has the
Okay, you're
court
supposed to
number
be
on
in
it.
332. I switched dockets. So it's.
Okay, and when I push this, it doesn't send me to the room. It calls in like a phone call.
Are you gonna let me tell you how to dial in now?
I'm sorry.
So you're ready to take this number down to zoom in. Let me know when you're ready.
Copy. Okay, I copied it.
Copy what?
The number you sent me in the message. The room number.
Oh, the clerk sent it. I'll send it.
Oh yeah.
You see it?
Yes.
Okay, call that now. Let them know you were in the wrong courtroom.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Joseph Williams?
Yeah.
Good morning. So your attorney Diallo has not checked in. We're a little bit early, so we have a couple of matters to take care of. I will get to you when your attorney gets here, okay?
Okay.
Wait, check out.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams, go ahead and unmute your device. I have some information. Joseph Williams?
Yeah.
So today is your date scheduled for a preliminary exam. Can you do your attorney, Ms. Diallo, whether or not you need to come in person or not?
Huh?
Mr. Williams, do Attorney Diallo and ask her if you need to be in person or not, okay?
So can she repeat it? I didn't even.
Can you repeat that? That's kind of hard to hear you.
Can you call your attorney and ask her if you need to come in person for your preliminary exam today?
Okay. Call your.
Okay.
What? Call your lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is? Okay, to the person who's calling 629-6070, can you state your first and last name, please? Six 629-6070. Can you please state your first and last name? Dr. Belly.
How you doing?
To the person who just called in, can you please state your first and last name?
Latoya Wilson.
Say it one more time.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Say it one more time, please.
Latoya Wilson.
And what are you here for, Ms. Wilson?
A court.
What type of case?
It was domestic violence, something like that.
Okay,
Is this a jury courtroom?
This is Judge Sabree, you're in the wrong courtroom.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge Sandra. How was that?
How was it? Or
Yes.
Oh, it was quiet.
That's what the man.
How was yours?
Same.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the record. This is the people versus Eric Andre McCullum, case 2260869. Mr. McCullum is charged with 1 count of police officer assaulting, resisting, and or obstructing. Today's date set for a preliminary exam. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P8628.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chester Janess, P83295, representing Mr. Eric McCullum, who is to my right. Mr. McCullum, will you please state your name for the record? Andre McCullum.
Good morning to you all. Today's the day set for the preliminary exam. It was scheduled for 9:45. Are the people ready to proceed?
They are not, Your Honor.
Anything for defense?
Yes, Your Honor. We ask that this case be dismissed. Defense is ready to proceed.
Okay, no claimants, people are not ready. Please allow me to dismiss without prejudice. You all set?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, DiMaggio, are you ready on your client's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm bringing him out of the breakout room.
Pardon? Okay.
Attorney DiMaggio, is it correct, does it sound about right? That your client is charged with 6 counts?
Yeah, mostly gun charges.
Okay, because this file is all split up and mixed up here. Okay. Okay, we're on the record. This is the people versus Jacob Jamal Emmanuel Smith, case 2260375. Mr. Smith is charged with count 6, weapons, firearm possession by a felon. Count 7, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 9, weapons carrying concealed. Count 10, weapons carrying concealed. Count 13, weapons, felony, firearm. And count 14, weapons, felony, firearm, with a habitual offender report offense notice. Today is the date set for a probable cause conference appearance.
Alexander Cooker on behalf of the people, P638.
Andrew DiMaggio on behalf of Jacob Smith, P45619.
And are there any issues with discovery?
I believe I've received a discovery.
Any other preliminary matters that need to be discussed?
Pardon, Judge?
Are there any other preliminary matters that need to be discussed today?
I don't believe so. Just setting up for an exam.
Okay, I have February 1st, February 2nd, February 3rd open.
February 1st.
Sir, can you state your name for the record, actually?
Jacob Smith.
Thank you.
February 1st is a good date.
Okay, I have 10:30 available.
That's good. Will Mr. Smith have to be rated out?
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be an in-person exam. We'll have the writ sent over 10:30 a.m. February 1st.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Not from the defense.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Smith. I will see you on February 1st. Mr. Williams, go ahead and unmute your device, sir.
Yes.
Did you speak to your attorney by any chance?
Can you please repeat that?
Did he call his attorney?
Yes, she said that she'll be in about 5 minutes, and that maybe he didn't understand that anytime there's a preliminary exam, you need to be in person, so she might have to reschedule it.
Okay, thank you for that. Can you state your name also?
My name is Shantae Cole. I'm his mom.
Okay, thank you. we're on the record. This is the people versus Willie Robinson, case 22-60722. Ms. Robinson charged with one count of police officer fleeing, third-degree vehicle code. This is a habitual offender second offense notice. Today the next step for preliminary exam appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86-282.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Jeffrey Blazer, P46892. Yes, Mr. Robinson, it's here behind me, Judge.
And Mr. Robinson, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. You're Willie Robinson, third.
Thank you. And are the people ready to proceed?
They are, Your Honor.
Any preliminary matters?
No, Judge.
Okay, and there's no one in the courtroom for a mutual sequestration order. With that, the people can call that first witness.
Your Honor, at this time, the people call Officer Andre Pierce.
Okay. Okay, officer. You want to swear you in? Martell, just go to the judge. Right, and make sure you speak up into the microphone. And whenever you're ready, Mr. Cracker.
Good morning. Could you please restate your name for the record?
Officer Pierce, that's not what the word is.
And are you currently employed?
Yes,
Where are you currently employed?
Detroit Police Department,
In what capacity?
police officer,
And for how long have you been employed as a police officer?
3 years.
And were you employed in this capacity on November 26, 2022?
Yes,
Did you in fact work on that date?
yes,
Were you by yourself or with a partner?
with the partner,
And what is your partner's name?
Jacob Goodman,
And were you in full or modified uniform?
full uniform,
Were you on foot patrol or in a scout car?
scout car,
Is that a fully marked or semi-marked scout car?
fully marked.
And did your duties as a police officer take you to an area at or near 2445 West Davison Street?
Can you repeat that?
2445
Yes.
West Davison Street. Is that in the city of Detroit?
Yes,
County of Wayne?
yes,
And what brought you to that area?
patrol, routine patrol.
And did you observe anything while you were on this routine patrol?
Yeah, we attempted to make a driving stop.
On what type of vehicle?
I believe it was a Nissan.
Objection, Judge. I'm sorry, objection, Judge, as to what he believes.
The door. Please say one more time.
Objection as to what he believes.
Would reviewing your report help to refresh your
Yes,
recollection?
I was gonna ask that, if I can refer to my report, I can tell exactly what that vehicle was.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Yeah, the vehicle was a Nissan Murano.
And why were you attempting to make a traffic stop?
For expired plate.
And were you able to make this traffic stop?
But upon activation, the driver, the vehicle failed to stop.
Did you activate your lights?
Yes,
Did you activate your siren?
yes,
And where did the vehicle go after you activated your lights and sirens?
The vehicle attempted to flee our traffic stop
And roughly how far away from the vehicle were you when you activated your lights and siren?
within 5 feet, 10 feet.
And where did this vehicle travel after you activated the lights and siren?
The vehicle traveled on street on a couple of streets, making left and right turns. I couldn't tell you exactly, if I can go to my report, I can tell you exactly where the vehicle, what was his path of travel.
Would reviewing the report help to refresh your recollection and approach it?
Yes.
So the vehicle at first went westbound on Pasadena.
Judge, I'm gonna object to him reading that. Either his recollection's refreshed or it's not, but reading from the report's not appropriate.
Okay, and that's correct. I'm going to sustain. Officer, you can refresh your memory and you have them to report down and testify after refreshing.
Just hand me back your report.
Okay.
Okay.
And where did this vehicle travel after you attempted to make the traffic stop?
So the vehicle traveled northbound on Linwood Street and made an westbound on Pasadena on one-way street. When it went,
Was it traveling the correct direction down a one-way street?
no,
And then where did it go?
to a vacant lot toward southbound towards Clemens, then eastbound on Clemens. Then it traveled southbound again to behind the business towards Davidson. And then made a left turn eastbound on I can't remember the street that was, but last he stopped at LaSalle and Davidson behind a it was a tire shop, mechanic shop.
And you said the vehicle traveled down Pasadena.
Yes,
You know the posted speed limit,
that's 25.
and it traveled down Redwood.
Yes,
And do you know the posted speed
that's
limit?
25.
And after the vehicle arrived at the LaSalle Street, were you able to catch up to the vehicle?
Yes.
What happened when you caught up to the vehicle?
Well, the vehicle, the driver of the vehicle opened the door, stepped out of the vehicle, and continue running eastbound behind the alley, then made a right turn towards Davidson Street.
And were you able to catch up to the driver?
Yes, yes, at LaSalle and Davidson.
And did you make contact with the driver?
Yes,
Is there anyone present in the courtroom today that you made contact with? on
Yes.
this day? Could you point out the individual and
Yes.
identify an article of clothing that they're wearing?
a white hoodie.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the identification of the defendant.
Perfect.
And what happened after you made contact with the driver?
I told the driver to stop running. And, I told him to, get on his back multiple times.
Were you able to complete the arrest of the driver?
Yes, I completely.
Was there anybody else in the vehicle?
There were, two other individuals in the vehicle.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Were you the driver or the passenger in your scout car, sir?
I was the driver.
Was it equipped with dash cam?
Yes,
Was it functional, operational?
yes,
You have a body cam on, sir.
yes,
Is that functional, operational?
yes,
You pulled the car over, you attempted to pull the car over for expired plates?
from traffic, yes,
Did you run the plate, sir?
yes, we did,
I'm asking about Lee, and after what you did, sir. Did you run the plate?
yes.
And what did you learn when you ran the plates?
My, partner actually ran the place, so he was a jumper.
So you don't know, sir?
No, I don't know if they, plates came back,
Sir?
you
You just told me you ran the plate, now you're saying you didn't run the plate, correct?
I personally didn't run the plates, the plates were verified in me.
So you don't know what they came back in, correct?
I was advised by my partner.
Sir, I'm not asking what your partner told you, I'm asking you, sir, what, you don't know what came back on that lead.
Correct.
How many occupants were in the vehicle, sir?
3 occupants.
What happened to the other 2 occupants?
They were detained by my partner.
There was sight of the vehicle, sir?
Yes, I did.
At what point did you lose sight of the vehicle, sir?
When I, pursued the driver in front.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your answer. Say it again, please.
When I pursued the driver on foot.
How long did that take, sir?
5 minutes.
Can I just have, I mean, maybe I didn't hear it right. Was your question, counsel, did you lose sight of the vehicle?
Correct, Judge.
And, your response was
Yes,
when you,
when I gave pursuit on foot.
okay, thank you.
What happened to the other 2 occupants of the vehicle, sir?
I don't know.
What other officers were there besides you, sir?
Multiple officers, I don't know. I couldn't tell.
You don't know who they were?
No,
Are you a patrol officer or are you assigned, specially assigned?
I'm a patrol officer.
And you don't know who the other responding officers were?
There were multiple, vehicles responded. Some of the officers I don't know personally.
Where was Mr. Robinson when you arrested him, sir?
At, intersection of, Davidson and South.
Who was present when he was arrested, sir, besides yourself?
Officer Gutierrez.
Get 1 minute, Judge.
Sure.
Did you strike Mr. Robinson?
I attempted to move his face away, he was
My question to you, sir, was did you strike Mr. Robinson when you effectuated your arrest?
Possibly.
You don't know, sir?
Possibly.
Did you fill out a use of force,
Yes,
report?
yes,
In that report, did you indicate that you struck Mr. Robinson?
possibly,
You don't know, sir?
possibly.
Hey, 1 minute, Judge. My client.
Yes.
If you know, sir, how many times did you possibly strike Mr. Robinson?
Once or twice.
No further questions, Judge. Thank you.
Redirect.
Your Honor.
Officer Christian, here's that down. Any other witnesses from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Any witnesses for defense
No, Judge, thank you.
and argument from the people?
Your Honor, at this time, the people would move to bind over the defendants on count 1, police officer fleeing 3rd degree. As we heard from the witness, he was in a fully marked scout car and approached the defendant's vehicle, which he had identified. And stated that he was within 5 feet of the vehicle with both the lights activated and the sirens activated. At this point, the vehicle then failed to stop. It went down several streets, included Pasadena and Redwood, both which were the closest speed limit was 25 miles per hour. Eventually, the scout car was able to catch up to the vehicle. The driver exited. The witness pursued him on foot and was able to make the arrest and identify the defendants. And so the people would move to bind over to the 3rd Circuit, believing that they had shown by probable cause standard that defendant committed this crime.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Judge, I'm asking if you don't bind over. I don't think they've met their probable cause standard. I want the court to know why. They have to have a basis to stop this individual. The officer testified about no plates, but he didn't run the plate. That's all hearsay, Judge. But they have to have a reasonable suspicion or a probable cause to stop this vehicle. They don't have that in the first place, Judge. At least on the record here today, they haven't established that. For those reasons, Judge, I'm asking you to dismiss this matter.
Anything from the people?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Okay, we heard testimony from Officer Andre Pierce, Detroit Police Department, that he did, with his partner Jacob Goodman, pursue the defendant, Mr. Robinson, in fully marked uniform and scout car during a routine patrol traffic stop. And that he stated that his stop was for expired plate, which he activated as a driver, lights and siren on the vehicle, which was a Nissan Murano, I believe. And Officer Pierce testified or continued to testify that the defendant traveled and made several left and right turns and then finally caught up to the vehicle. And once Officer Pierce did step or catch up to the vehicle, the defendant stepped out and began running. And Officer Pierce eventually caught up to the driver. Officer Pierce told the defendant to stop running, and Officer Pierce was able to complete the run. While all of that are the elements for what has been charged here, the issue defense counsel has stated is the stop. With the testimony that has been provided today, Officer Pierce stated that there was a routine stop based off of what his officer did. He was not able to state what that was on the record. Now, I could assume, but that would not be what the record reflects for it to be bound over. There was no argument for the people as to the objection for getting any information about what it is that Officer Pierce did learn from his partner to justify the stop, which was for expired plate. So with that, I'm going to dismiss and not bind over because I don't think there's probable cause. Although all of the elements were met, except for the stop, I don't believe was legitimate based off of the testimony that was provided here today by Officer Pierce.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, can this tether be released, please? He's on the tether, correct?
Yeah, we heard it. Yes.
That happened with dismissal papers, take it over. He has a copy of the dismissal. Okay.
Good morning. So Mr. Polk is signing in. There's an exam tomorrow for Martis Smith. Not tomorrow, Friday. And I did attempt to send you a motion, but I sent it to the wrong folder. Oh, you got it. Okay. Okay. So I think Mr. Polk would like to address the motion. We did actually speak off the record after he read the motion. And I believe he would like to have it adjourned outright, and I wouldn't.
Okay, good, because I didn't want to do it in part.
I heard that too.
Yeah, only for memory purposes right now. I just don't.
Right.
It's a weekend in between. I don't want to do it if I don't have to. Okay, so I can call that quickly since we don't have any objection to it. And then Attorney Yellow, I will call your matter. Thank you.
Attorney Polk, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Okay, we're on the record. This is the People versus Martis Cartrell Smith, case 2257887. I do not have a file, so I do not know what he's charged with, but it's not on the docket, but we're here today for a very specific reason to discuss a motion in order from the prosecutor to hold a preliminary exam in part appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Laura Nersessian on behalf of People P67104. And that last name is spelled Nersessian.
Your Honor, may it please this honorable court, Larry Polk on behalf of Martis Smith. I'd ask the court to allow me to waive its presence for this particular motion hearing. My P number is 48164.
And I will waive your client's presence for this purpose.
So
And I
Judge,
do-
there was a motion filed in reference to holding in part the preliminary exam. I object to it. I told Ms. Narcissus, based upon the reason that it is difficult to remember testimony and put it together for something that's so crucial in a case. I'm asking the court to just adjourn it to a date certain, and we will hold the exam then.
Okay, anything from the people?
Your Honor, I understand Mr. Polk's position, and we would not object to adjourning it outright. We were just giving, we actually thought that it would be preferable to do it held in court, but I would also prefer it all to be held in court.
Wonderful, okay. Does February 2nd work? That would work with the people.
1 second, Judge, please. That's a good date for me, Judge.
Okay, I have the morning wide open after 9:30. Any request for time?
I'll defer to Mr. Polk.
11 o'clock is fine for me, Judge.
Okay, so we'll do February 2nd at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
It's good seeing you. You and your staff have a great day, Judge.
You as well.
Thank you.
You already did. Right here. Okay, the same exact words. That was okay. So you saw my notes on the last thing. That was the motion for no file. Oh, yeah, there. Okay. Okay. Frank Diallo? Yes, ma'am. On record?
Yeah, my client is on Zoom, Judge.
Oh.
Yeah, you can, yeah, because he's gonna take a little while.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Goldie.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, we're gonna have his mom is on Zoom. So if mom can hear me, can you let your son know we're handling one matter before his, and then we'll get to him.
Okay.
Thank you. And is this Mr.
Jalen Dykes, yeah.
Okay, record is the people versus Jalen Dykes, case 2260365. Mr. Dykes is charged with 1 count of weapons carrying concealed today set for a preliminary exam appearances.
Alexander Kirk on behalf of the people, P86282.
And good morning, Eric Rosie on behalf of Mr. Dykes, P number 60310.
And are the people ready to proceed today?
They are not, Your Honor.
Judge, at this time, we make a motion to dismiss.
If the people not ready to proceed, I will dismiss this matter. The exam was scheduled for 10 o'clock. It is now 10:41. So we dismiss it.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anything else?
Nothing else for this time. I have another matter, but that's at 11.
Okay. We only have,
By Mr. Lee, scheduled for 11.
okay. We only have one other matter before that.
That's it.
We all scheduled for today.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. Now we have Williams.
Thank you, but thank you, thank you. Good morning.
Okay, we're going to handle Mr. Williams. You can unmute your device.
So yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're on the record. This is the People versus Joseph Jermaine Williams, case 2260118. Mr. Williams is charged with 1 count of weapons carrying concealed weapon. Today is the day set for a preliminary exam. Appearances.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
Judge, good morning to you and your staff. Lillian Diallo, P52036, on behalf of Mr. Williams, who comes to us through Zoom technology with consent, Judge, and Mr. Williams is hard of hearing, so his mother is there to interpret for him.
Okay, and to mom of Mr. Joseph Williams, can you state your name, please, for the record?
Shantae Cole.
Shantae Cole.
Yes.
And Williams, can you state your name?
Joseph Williams.
Thank you.
So, Judge, this is the date and time for a preliminary exam. I absolutely am going to hold this exam and have every intention, but Mr. Williams is not present, and he would need, I believe, a sign language interpreter. If Mom can indicate whether he knows sign language so that we can proceed and know how to proceed.
No, Joseph, he does not do sign language. You just have to really speak up really loudly. He has hearing in one ear, but it's only like 30%, and then the other ear he has no hearing.
So we will definitely need that in person. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. Cole and Mr. Williams, we're going to schedule a date for you, Mr. Williams, to come in for your preliminary exam in person, okay?
Okay.
So I have December 2nd, February 2nd, February 3rd, February 6th.
Judge, so February the 2nd is going to be a good time for a date for me.
Okay. What time is it?
11 o'clock.
Oh, thank you. I said 11 o'clock? Okay, thank you. So, anytime in the morning between 9 and 12. What do you want to do?
We can do 11:30. It doesn't matter.
11:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, Judge. So as I reviewed the discovery, I did make note that there were body worn cams that were functions. I do not have those body worn cams right now. So if the prosecutor could make a note on his file to send over the digital discovery, I would appreciate it. My understanding is every officer in charge is provided a laptop, and all of those videos are sent to you, and their responsibility is to preserve and keep such videos. So we just need it. That's all. Thank you.
Any issues from the people?
I can look into it, send over any digital discovery we have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just wait on the record.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Good to see you.
Always. Oh, thank you.
Mr. Williams, you are all set. I will see you on February 2nd in person
What time?
at 11:30. Ms. Cole.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. You all have a good day.
February 2nd, 11:30.
Somebody coming up.
Yeah, so, because the attorney want a copy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Attorney Castro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hello again, I think I heard you need to change your date or time for the exam.
Your Honor, I just wanted to let you know that I can be available earlier, or I'm sorry, later in the morning. Doesn't have to be in the afternoon. I can come in earlier around 11 if that works for the court, 11 or 11:30.
That would be better for us as well.
Okay.
Let me make sure we don't have a scheduled exam for 11. So we have one at 11, we can do 11:30.
Perfect. I will change that on the calendar. Thank you very much.
Thank you for letting us know as soon as possible.
Yes, thank you. Take care and have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, this is the Benitez.
Okay, so we just have on the record is the People versus Martell Gordon, 2255814. Mr. Gordon, Mr. Gordon is charged with one count of malicious destruction of personal property, $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. Today's the day set for a preliminary exam for 10:30 a.m. Appearance.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P86282.
And there's no defense counsel checked in and no defendant has checked in as well. However, Mr. Kirker, is it correct to have some information to your report?
Yes, Your Honor, I just spoke with the officer in charge to talk to the victim, and she's no longer interested in prosecuting this case.
Okay. So is that a motion for the people to dismiss?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. Dismiss without prejudice, seeing the plaintiff is no longer with us. Right, anything else on this matter?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Oh, let me write it down. Oh, I think it's first. That's on. Okay, we're on the record. This is the people versus Michael Earl Lee, case 2260549. Mr. Lee is charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2, assault with dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 3, weapons, felony firearm. Count 4, weapons, felony firearm. Today's the date set for a preliminary examination. Appearances.
Your Sassi, on behalf of the people, Your Honor, P67104.
And good morning, Eric Rosie, on behalf of Mr. Lee.
And Mr. Lee, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Michael Earl Lee.
Good morning to you all. I see here that your client, Mr. Goldie, is going to waive this preliminary exam. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Lee,
Yes, ma'am.
I have to ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand what you're doing today, okay? Okay, do you understand, or I should say, is it your wish to waive your preliminary exam today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand you have a right to a preliminary exam?
Yes.
Okay, and then if that preliminary exam was held, the prosecutor would have to present evidence at the probable cause standard showing that you committed the crime that you're charged with, crime you're charged with. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And that it happened in the city of Detroit. Okay, and waiving your exam today means that the prosecutor does not have to call witnesses or present any of that evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and knowing that information, do you still want to move forward and waive your preliminary exam?
Yes.
Okay, and last thing, I always ask this, do you understand you also have a right to a trial once you're bound over to Third Circuit Court? You still have your right to a trial. Do you understand that?
I did, but now.
Okay, so you're not giving up your right to a trial. This is the preliminary exam stage. So you still have your right to a trial once you go over, I said across the street, but Third Circuit Court. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I find your waiver to be freely, understandingly, and voluntarily given. With that, I will bind you over to Wayne County's Third Circuit Court with an arraignment on the information date of January 25th, 9:00 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else?
Nothing for the defense.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody fine?
No, I placed on the record that I have no objection to the waiver. I do want to place that on the record.
And for the record,
The people do not object to the waiver.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sign? Yes. Doucet? Okay, so I'm gonna call Doucet and issue a statement.
Okay.
Oh. Can you give me, print out the email so I can read them? Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to call.
Okay, we're on the record, this is the people versus, excuse me, Eric Doucet, case number 2259160. Mr. Doucet is charged with 1 count of weapons carrying concealed. Today's day set for a probable cause conference. Appearance.
Alexander Kirker on behalf of the people, P8282.
And Attorney Blake did log on to Zoom as well as he did pop in for a moment in person to our courtroom. However, we did not receive any information that he was present with his client. We also received information from the Oakland County Jail stating that Mr. Doucet was released from their custody on December 10th, 2022. So he's no longer in custody. I'm not sure what Mr. Doucet is. So I will issue as the kind of case is, it'll be a personal bond for $1,000. Excuse me. $1,000 cash. And I believe that is the end of our docket. Time is now 11:12. This matter was set for 8:30. Anything from the people?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Thank you.